So as I record this, yesterday was the big Apple announcement day. Being an Apple zombie from way back, I thought I'd pontificate a bit. This was probably the leakiest year on record. I don't know if there was anything that surprising that came out of the keynote. I will say that I really appreciated Tim Cook talking about Steve Jobs. I know some people always complain that like Steve Jobs gets elevated to this status of like entrepreneurial god. He really wasn't that great of a guy and blah, 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 blah. But I don't think what Tim Cook was doing was that. To me, it really felt like he was talking about his friend that he misses. And from that point of view, I thought it was great. So dedicating a theater to this man, love him or hate him, he did essentially take Apple from nothingness to great company, and then from failed company to great company again. Not single-handedly, but he certainly was the animus behind it. So on to the stuff. We've got the iPhone 8, skipping the S numbering for the first time since the 3. So now we've got the iPhone 8 and the iPhone 10. Which brings back memories of going from Windows 8 to Windows 10. Felt like this iPhone had to be a thing. And so they gave it the X and they called it 10. I think that a lot of the tech that's going into it is really cool. And I would very much like to play with that tech. Problem is, they have put it in a device that's way too big for me. Like I use an SE. I was a Mr. Get the new phone every year for a bunch of years. And then after the 6, I got a 6S. And then my 6S got stolen. And I went ahead and got an SE. They had just announced it. And I was like, ah, they're actually gonna make newer phones that are like the size that is not like me carrying around a tiny tablet. And so I much prefer the smaller sizes. Hopefully they'll do a refresh on the SE maybe early next year. And then I can have some of those new technologies, but in a smaller form factor. My wife will probably get an 8 because she's, I guess, 3 years back. She's a 6. I think Face ID looks pretty cool. Honestly, the one thing about the phone that kind of bugs me is that it's wider screen, which means that you could use more screen to watch widescreen videos and something closer to like a 2:3:5 aspect ratio if you have it. But the problem is when you're watching video, the notch gets cut out of the video, which is ugly. I haven't played with one in person yet, so I don't know if you can like stretch it a little bit smaller to make it like not do that, but that's dumb. And I'm not even really gonna be like bandwagoning against the cutout. I don't necessarily have a problem with it, but like if it makes you cut out a chunk of your video when you're watching it, that's just bad juju. I'm actually really excited about the LTE watch. I'm still rocking the first generation. I love it, and being able to actually like set it up so that that is like the only device I take with me if I go on a walk or go on a run or something, that'd be cool. The trick then is I would need to get some sort of headphones that work with it, because I don't have Apple headphones. I have these like random crappy Bluetooth headphones. I may have to get AirPods. And that's the thing, is I already have like a ton of bands, so like I can just replace the core phone thingy at some point and then just be good to go. Oh, Apple TV 4K. Very excited about that, especially because I had sort of like a pinch me that can't possibly be right situation where once you have an Apple TV 4K, all your movies that get upgraded to 4K will now just be in 4K. No price to upgrade them. Every movie that you can get it, you just have it. And of course it's 4K and HDR. Like our current 4K TV, we only sort of got almost by accident because that was the cheap one. It was a really great deal. But I'm redoing my basement right now and I'm definitely getting a 4K projector. Yeah, so even though nothing was really surprising in this announcement, I'm pretty pleased with most of it. I think it's so funny to watch on Twitter all the people who hate Apple, yet they're like hanging on every word. I don't necessarily hate Google, but I also don't watch their keynotes. If it's not a product that you use or you're not interested in it, why would you watch their keynote? So that's my hot take on the Apple News. FastCast, see ya! Hey, thanks for watching the FastCast. If you like what I do here, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. You can also follow me on Twitter at Mr. J Handle, and check back because I do this a couple times every week. FastCast!